What's going on, folks? Hope you guys are all out there doing well. I know that there's no people that most likely are in this chat right now because it's just a pop-up live right now. Anyway, let me just throw something out there real quick. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to what I'm doing right here, and hopefully you guys are all doing well out there. Double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Also, if you like this video and things like this that I'm doing, give the video a thumbs up so you can be notified when no, not so you can be notified, but give the video a thumbs up so it can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. But what I was going to say about the whole other notion is if you have been following me just as of recently, then keep on getting an idea what the channel is about. Some of you guys are doing really well. You guys are responding to me, telling me that you did do what I told you to do. You went to my channel, you checked out the playlist, and you've seen all the different things that I did on there, and then you subscribe. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. And also, don't forget, it's up to you guys for videos like this to get out there by you sharing this, okay? So anyway, it's going to be something that of course, like I told you, family send me stuff from Chicago, so I definitely want to give my state some definitely, I guess you want to call it clout, whatever like that. So it says right here, and you guys seen the thumbnail, it says that that the Southside Republicans sound off on Chicago crime wave. Second Amendment right. They sound off because they're tired. This is why they sound off. Southside Republicans says, we want to take power back. They want to take their power back because, of course, I know it sounds like I'm repeating some things, but over the 4th of July weekend, 10 people were killed and 62 were injured in Chicago due to gun violence. Right? This is not including Highland Park. 10 people were killed and 62 were injured, but nothing was said about that, not to the extent of what Highland Park got. So, says a group of Republicans from Chicago's South Side is speaking out against the city's increase in crime. I hate that. It's crazy because when you think about it, it's like, what's the norm? You know what I mean? Like the crime is always high there, so now it's an increase. It's like, how am I trying to word this? If something is full, there we go. If something is full and is spilling over, you say it's an increase in crime. I would say no, it's just overspill of crime, not an increase, because it's full to the max to me. You know what I mean? The crime there is full to the max to me, and it's just spilling over in crime is what it is. So a group of Republicans from Chicago's South Side are speaking out against the city's increased crime, as well as policies and laws that have led to hundreds of shooting deaths and placed a strain on hardworking Americans who are trying to defend themselves, their families, and their businesses. Says in an interview on Friday with Fox News, Devin Jones, the chairman of the Southside Republicans and the 18th Ward Republican committeeman, and Latasha Fields, the 21st Ward Republican committee woman, described the problems individual in their communities face as a result of uptick in violence, one-sided leadership in Chicago. Speaking about the work on Southside Republicans do, Jones said, the group utilizes biblical principles to advance the overall goal of the Republican Party while ensuring that the mission is relevant to the community. That is really good. Fields said the biggest thing the group works on is educating individuals on the South Side and communities about the importance of voting so they can vote their values. Notice that they said they're not trying to make you vote a particular way. They're just saying they're giving them pretty much education on the importance of voting. And then so they can in their quote said they can vote their values, not the way everybody else wants you to, but you vote your values. And you guys know I got people on my channel that are Democratic, and they vote how they want to. They think how they want to. I allow that on my channel. They can speak freely however they want to. But in this particular case right here, they are just educating them on the importance of voting and just telling them to vote according to your values. So no hate there, which is what I tell you guys on here. I don't hate anybody to vote differently than I do. All of us don't think alike. All of us are not the same. Some stuff y'all do kind of have me like, how in the world are you? No, I'm just joking. But no, I do say that to myself, like, how in the world are you even thinking this way? But not everybody thinks like I do. It says, unfortunately, we all sat back and seen how our elected officials have not taken the torch, are no longer taking the torch to bring those policy changes to the people. We want people to understand how these policies affect their families, their children, she added. Shootings in Chicago raged over the 4th of July holiday weekend, killing at least 10 people and leaving 62 injured, while in 2021 marked the city's deadliest year in a quarter of a century. When asked about the rampant gun violence in Chicago, a city which witnessed nearly 800 homicides in 2021, Jones said people in Chicago communities blame bad policy and lack of education in schools across the city. Says we have a horrible public education system here in the city of Chicago. Yes, you do. That disproportionately underserves specifically black people who live on the south side, he said. We have less than a quarter of black kids in this city are graduating from high school and able to read, write proficiently, which means they are not able to compete on a global scale. They're not able to complete, they're not able to get higher paying jobs. Not only that, a global scale, you need to just start off with saying they're not able to compete state scale. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them that are coming out there, they're not able to compete on a state scale level, yeah, let alone globally. That we shouldn't even be shooting for that. Yeah, you need to be shooting for community wise right now. Seriously, I told you I can say this because I get these things like this from my family, and I got a lot of young cousins up there who look up to me. That they're definitely sending me a lot more information on because I'm definitely helping a lot of my family members that are up there that are between the ages of 12 all the way up to 25. So this right here says there are no trades in a lot of our schools, he added, which is true. They took a lot of the trades out of the schools. What does that leave a young adult to do? They're not prepared to go to college. Nope. They're not prepared to enter the workforce. Nope. Coupled with the fact that it's just cost too much to live here. So if you have two parents, they're off to work, the kids with no supervision, a lot of the violence is youth oriented. So there's opportunity to do anything else except what you're seeing because that climate, these bad policies have created. Now, I agree with him to an extent, but what I do disagree on is that the parenting thing. If you have both parents at home and they are real parents, we're not talking about these parents that are very lenient that let their kids do what they want to, anything like that. I'm talking about real guys. I left my sons at home a lot. Me and my wife, we were going to do things. I mean, we talking 11, 12 years old. My sons, it's all about what I established there. So that's the part I would say I would have to disagree with him on that. As two parent working home, see, it's all going to come down to the family, man. It's really an easy fix. It's such an easy fix. It's going to come down to the family. If the dad, definitely the dad, if the dad is definitely being what he is supposed to be, and all I don't care, folks, if you can get mad, I do not care. You can say toxic masculinity all you want to. If real men were being real fathers to their children, both parents are working, I don't care what anybody has to say. My sons wouldn't even think twice about doing anything. They wouldn't, my sons didn't think twice about leaving out the house. They didn't think twice about inviting some friends over. They didn't think twice about, oh, if dad and mom are away, I'm going to leave. They wouldn't even dare do that. Why? Because I established all of that authority that I have and let them know that they definitely going to not, I didn't have to demand them to respect me. I didn't have to demand them to be nice to me. I didn't have to demand it. It was expected. They knew that from a young age. So what I'm saying that for is this. In today's world, parents, fathers, mothers are being pretty much almost groomed or indoctrinated not to be real parents, but to be their kids' friends. See what I'm saying? To me, it's so absurd to me. It's like unheard. It's like I can't even just like put the words together what I'm trying to say to you guys. It's just so for me to hear, oh, well, parents can't leave, if they both are working, these teenagers, 13, 14, 15 years old, what that leaves them to be obedient, stay in the house. If not, I'm going to beat their tail, plain and simple. You can be 12, 13, 14 years old, all you want to. I will lay it down, period. I didn't have to do that, though. You want to know why? My sons didn't do that. My sons didn't do that. They wouldn't even dare to think twice about doing anything like that whatsoever. So that's the part I would just say I would have to agree. I mean, not agree. I would have to disagree a little bit on that right there because I don't know. Maybe we need to get to a point where we need to teach parenting skills before you have a kid. Like you talking about have a real planned parenthood. Like to me, you talking about parenthood. I think if you are planned parenthood, you need to teach kids how to be parents before they actually even have any type of sex. That's what I'm saying. Why are we teaching y'all? Is it just me? But I tell you what, when I get into doing some things, I will push for legislation to actually put things into schools where you are teaching kids how to be in a relationship. That's what's not being taught. Why are you teaching the benefits that come with being in a relationship when you're not teaching how to be in a relationship yet? Y'all follow me on this? I see there's 85 people in here, and I appreciate y'all for the thumbs up, but I don't know if my chat is slow, but nobody is really chatting in here unless I'm just messing up something, but I don't see nobody chatting here on the side right there. So anyway, to say that again, I said, why are we so focused on teaching about the benefits that come with being in a relationship when we're not even talking about the relationship first. A lot of these kids is getting into these relationships. They're not even relationships. They're just relations. They're sexual ships is what they are. You want to teach these kids about sex and all these things like that, but you're not teaching them about relationship. You're not teaching them what a relationship all entails. You're not teaching them how to deal with rejection. You're not teaching them how to actually be a good boyfriend or a good girlfriend. None of that stuff is being taught. You're not teaching them about the perils that they'll face while being in a relationship. All you want to teach them is the pleasures that come with sex, but you're not teaching relationship. So what I'm saying therefore is that I would like to try to have something put in place where that would be a focus. See, folks, it's not forcing them. It's just if you put that into the curricula and these kids get to see what it's like to be in a relationship and how a relationship is supposed to flow, how a man is supposed to treat his girlfriend, how a girlfriend is supposed to treat the boyfriend, et cetera, then you should teach them now one of the benefits that come with that. Should you guys actually become a good item and going steady, y'all both are strong, y'all both are goal oriented, y'all both talk about what y'all want out of life. And then you talk to them about now parenting. Talk to them about what all entails to be a parent. Then move beyond that and say, okay, now you see all this responsibility comes to being a parent. Now you can talk about sex. But I wouldn't say, I'll tell you that's high school stuff. But I would know, to me, I wouldn't want no kid learning about no sex in definitely no K through 7th or 8th grade. I'm just saying I wouldn't want it in the curriculum at all. You get to high school, different story right there. We can talk about some things right there. But again, it needs to be focused on relationship, how to deal with things in relationship. It needs to be focused on what it is, what all it entails to be a parent, period. Right. And then you can move on to, here come one of the things that comes with being in a relationship is sexual pleasures and all, because it's backwards right now. And that's why you have a lot of parents right now who act like they can't even be parents because maybe they weren't taught and shown how to be a real parent. And maybe it might be frowned upon. Like, I don't care. Y'all really think I care about how some people think about me and my parenting style? 18-year-old and the 20-year-old. Ask me if they ever done any drugs. No. Why? Because I was on it. Ask me if they ever got in trouble in school or anything like that. No. Why? Because I was on it. There was not, it was a constant reminder. Hey, go have fun at school today. But you know what? I better not hear about anything you done. Boom. All right. Have a good day, son. Boom. All right, me and your mom are getting ready to go here. Y'all got y'all pizza. Y'all got y'all drinks. Don't open that door for nobody. If somebody rings the doorbell, don't just don't. The gun is over here. The knives are over here. If anybody try to come through, y'all know what to do. All right. Don't leave out this house. That's it. That was it. There was no old time, but thinking, because I was the type of parent, I will call in 10 minutes. What are you doing right now? Oh, we're sitting down. Okay. 30 minutes. What are y'all doing right now? Oh, yeah. See, what it did, it instilled something in their head. Like, dad is going to keep on checking on us to see what we're doing. Dad is going to keep on checking on us to see what we're doing. Dad is not playing around. Did anybody, I called, what's going on, Dad? Did anybody knock on our door? No. Okay. What's going on right now? Oh, we're just sitting in. Okay, well, y'all keep on having fun. Let me know if something comes up. 30 minutes. I'm calling again. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Well, man, Ty, you're being a little strict. No, I am being a parent. I'm being a concerned parent, making sure that my kids are safe, making sure nobody's coming to my house. I didn't have any of these issues that they're talking about right now. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to it, it's all going to come down to parenting. If these people are so worried about these kids falling into crime, then the focus need to be on having some strategic ways of teaching individuals how to be real parents to their children. Y'all, if you guys watch the Animal Kingdom or something like that, these animals discipline their kids. I'm telling you, you can Google, just fact check me on it. Google it right now. You can go in there and Google after we get done with this conversation. Go in there and Google how animals discipline their kids. They do it. Now, nobody's going around putting no laws in place. Well, that lion kind of smacked this cub because the cub was getting ready to walk into an alligator's water hole. The lion kept smacking the cub back the other way and just finally picked it up. Well, we need to put some laws in place to keep lions from disciplining their cubs. Oh, this gorilla snatched this little baby and held it down because the baby kept trying to go somewhere, and that's not right for that gorilla to do that. Oh, look, the baboon, the baby tried to go and climb up the tree, and the baboon snatched it back down, and it kept on snatching it back down. That baboon should be there. It should let his baboon baby be free. A lot of people look at discipline like you're restricting them. No, you're not. You actually are doing something to keep them safe. You're keeping them safe. So anyway, I know I got a little off track right there, folks, but let me go on with this. He said, echoing Jones' sentiment, Fields says she believes the spike in crime across the city is part due to the policies implemented from leadership in Chicago, but insisted that the family values also need to return. There we go. She said it's part family. There is a responsibility because again, me and Devin were black. We live here. I have two boys, 15 and 12. So no, I don't fully blame it on the policies. I don't fully blame it on government. She said there's a huge responsibility factor. The policies do play effect in terms of how they have eroded our moral fabric, have eroded our traditional family structure. That's what I'm saying. That's what they're out to do. So now I'm not going to say it's part family fault. I'm saying it's all. I mean, you guys hear anything about my sons doing anything on their own when they're grown, that means that's a reflection of their decisions of what they want to do. I don't care what it is. If my sons decide to commit a crime or anything like that, it's going to be a result of the internal things that they had going on that they just want to get out because some folks, the people, you think I'm going to be dumb and act like my kids are perfect? I wasn't perfect at all. There are things that some people just want to get into. Some people are just those type. I'm just being real. Some people are just those type of individuals. Some people want to try the drugs. Some people want to try to drink. Some people want to try to sniff cocaine. Some people want to try the acid. Some of them are just going to try to do it. But I'm just saying, as long as you are in my house and you're my child, no. People say, oh, man, your children feared you, Ty. Darn right. You're darn right. And that's what I wanted them to. So anyway, Jones said he believes several elected leaders, including Democrat Chicago Mayor Lightfoot, President Joe Biden, and Vice President Kamala Harris, have overlooked the gun violence in Chicago because it doesn't fit their narrative. Did I not say this yesterday? Yeah, we know it don't fit their narrative. We know this. But Highland Park didn't it? Oh, because that was a mass shooting. Anyway, said I think that it doesn't fit their narrative. Jones said the narrative is one of limiting the Second Amendment rights. Their goal is to look at the Second Amendment as though it's the military style weapon, but is it really? It's pistols that are being used in the south side of Chicago, so it doesn't fit the big scary gun when you see that most homicides are committed using revolvers or anything like that. So I mean, that's like a given. I mean, it's a given. You know, whenever you see people that like will take things and when they want to pull out any type of statistics or anything like that of the sort, you're going to find that at a crazy, it's not even comparable of what they call rifle style weapons used for murder compared to handguns. I can't even tell y'all from Chicago, even to Decatur area, I never even really heard of nobody using any type of rifle style weapon to shoot anybody with. Like never. But you definitely hearing about all kinds of handguns. So that just kind of puts it out the window. But I guarantee you, had it had been a rifle-like style weapon and multiple people were shot in the event, even if it was a black person that did it, that would not be the focus. The focus would be about the gun, wouldn't it? It would be about the gun. They wouldn't care if this black person was racist. They wouldn't care if he was a black supremacist. They wouldn't care about that because they don't want to put that picture up there like that. It's just going to be, oh, it was the gun. It was the gun. We learned that from New York, right? Right? So when you got Uvalde and you have this right here in Highland Park, all of a sudden, oh, let's see what party he was affiliated with. Oh, he's a white guy. There's that white. Oh, see, he only can do this because of his white privilege or his white supremacy. He's trying to. Oh, he's a far right. Oh, nobody even know what the heck the person even is, but they definitely want to roll with all that. But if it was a black person that did this, like the boy that shot at the people a black young kid shot at people in schools, and he got out and they had a party for him. Oh, that's different, Ty, because nobody died when that black kid shot those people up. Wow, that's what you're rolling with. So anyway. I'm glad that a lot of them are starting to speak up and talk out about this, but at the same time, I guarantee somebody like him, they're going to catch a whole bunch of hell because the fact that they are saying this and they don't fit the correct color party of the ones that people want. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that. So again, to my family members, I really appreciate you guys sending this out. I know I told y'all I'm definitely going to shed a lot of light on the darkness in Chicago, and just to show people, the ones that are watching this channel, which a lot of you guys already know this, but for the ones that are my little mentorees or even my family up in Chicago, they're starting to see this like, man, we thought like for a second there that you were off your rocker, because a lot of my family up in the Chicago area, in the Rockford area, were all just like, I mean, they admitted it. A lot of them were just voting a particular way because that was just the way to do it. It was no different than you waking up in the morning and your parents told you to brush your teeth. A lot of them were told to vote a specific way, so they just didn't even question it. They just grew up and just, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast my vote for such and such because it's a black woman, or I'm gonna go ahead and cast my vote for this person because they're Democratic, because that's how my family always voted. We're traditional Democrats. That's what we do. It's no different than them saying, hey, whenever somebody show up, this person always makes the cake, and that person always makes the potato salad. This person always makes the greens. You know what I mean? It was just like, it's almost like it's tradition to do that. And then they end up finding out that I voted a particular way for the first time in my life. And they, wait, put the brakes on. What are you doing? Have you not see what I'm saying? They tied the voting into tradition of black people. A lot of y'all didn't know that, did y'all? And that's why I told them. I said, y'all tied that in. You tied the way that you felt that I should vote because you thought that that was part of our family's tradition, having no idea that you were doing it just out of tradition, not asking any questions. And that's the type of person that I've always was. I was told that I talked too much, and I was told that I asked too many questions. So when I did vote for the first time, they were just like off their rocker. Oh, this boy, oh my God. Oh, no. And then when I start showing them the truth, and then now they're seeing how things are folding out now because they're suffering big time. Now they're, wait a minute, maybe it's something behind what you said. Well, how come we've been voting this way the whole time? And then I asked some of my other younger cousins or ones that even my age, they're like, oh yeah, because that's just what we do, man. That's what we're supposed to do. I'm like, but why? Because, we've always done it that way. But why? You don't even know why you vote a particular way? Yeah, because we've been doing this since grandmama and them. What? But do you know why? And they could never tell you. So anyway, I'm just saying that's the type of thing that you are facing right now when it deals with the black community, because a lot of them are doing it out of tradition, out of routine versus out of actually having knowledge of why they are doing it. So that's one of the things that needs to be hit on. So I agree with him right there when he said there definitely to be a huge emphasis on education when it comes to the voting thing. So what do you guys think? And whatever it is that you do think, don't forget, folks, to leave it in the comment section of this video. I really do appreciate y'all all being in here. Again, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Click it right now so it can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to share with some people. And even though you guys are right there in the open chat area, then make sure you leave that, okay? Because that's something that definitely needs to be completely emphasized. So that's my take on that. So just let me know. And you can do that by leaving it in the comment section after this. So I know a lot of y'all are in the live part, but then after this whole thing is over with, just do me a favor, make sure y'all go to the comment section and also comment there. All right, really appreciate it, folks. So with that being said, I'm about to sign off, folks. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus.